Välkomna till veckans autosportprogram. Idag har vi lite annorlunda program. Vi ska snacka tvåhjul främst, det brukar vi inte göra. Så att med mig idag har jag Joakim Brolin. Du har varit uppe och nosat på U21-landslagen när du var liten i Speedway. Du har meckat Pro Superbike en hel del, kan en hel del om just tvåhjul. Välkommen hit.
Tackar.
Sen har vi Filip Backlund. Du har kört Pro Superbike Sverige, vunnit 2 gånger. Du kör engelska mästerskapen nu, var 3 i helgen på Donington. Välkommen hit.
Tack så hemskt mycket.
Sen har vi en världsmästare med oss. Vi har, okej, jag kan säga så här. Han har vunnit VM i Speedway 2 gånger. Han har vunnit svenska mästerskap flertal gånger. Han kör för Piraterna och har aldrig missat ett GP-lopp. Han heter Greg Hancock. Welcome here.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Nu kör vi. You're from the States. How did you start with Speedway, and what are you doing in Sweden?
Good question.
Yeah.
You know, it's a long story. I'll keep it as short as I can.
Oh.
Basically, my dad was taking me to Speedway when we were kids, and I was probably 5 years old or something the first time we went to Costa Mesa Speedway in California, where I grew up. And pretty much it was it's one of those things, you know, if you've been to a Speedway race, there's the smell, there's the noise, and there's the dirt. And those 3 things that I felt, I mean, even from that time, feels like yesterday. Yeah. And it still comes back all the time. But man, I fell in love with it right away. And probably the first time I saw the junior Speedway bikes come onto the track, my dad had no chance to kind of break that. And from that point on, man, my older brother got started before I did, and I started, and it's the only thing I've ever had in life, you know, that I really wanted so bad. So that's why I'm still here.
Yeah. Have your dad did this before you?
Never.
No.
He was a fan.
Okay, he was a fan. Took
Just
your
a
brother
fan.
and then you, and then you started. So you started compete like in the States first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the junior Speedway program.
Yeah.
My dad got involved with one of the riders, younger riders at that stage, who ended up being a world star too, a guy named Bobby Schwartz, and he worked with him for a number of years, and that's kind of where we got the inspiration to sort of follow suit. Bobby did really well in the U.S., went to England to start racing when he was in his early 20s, and pretty much when he would come back, you know, his skills had developed so much, racing against the world's best.
Yeah.
And that's kind of one of the big inspirations, you know. You knew that the circuit in the U.S. was good, but if you wanted to be something extraordinary, you had to go to Europe.
Okay.
And that's pretty much kind of the main reason why I'm here.
Okay, cool. Så kan man säga att Speedway, Jocke, det är liksom hjärtat, om man säger, det är Europa liksom.
Absolut. Här vi har England, Polen och Sverige. De 3 stora ligorna.
Det är 3 största ligorna.
Ja.
Liksom. Vilken anser du är hårdast?
Polska. Jag gillar polackerna. Det är fullt in, ambulans ut.
What do you say about that? Is it true?
I could agree. Yeah, you know, it is like that. The pressure. I would almost say that. I mean, Sweden is a very hard league now too, because you have. It's pretty much wide open. You can have so many different riders internationally that can be in this league. In Poland, you know, it's you get the young kids coming up and like local matadors, so to speak. Those guys, you know, you never heard of them. You come out there and they look like they're 12 in the face, and they just clean you up.
They know the track maybe, and they have nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose, and they're not thinking about all their bikes and all that stuff. They're just racing to win, because the club that's their chance to make the grade, you know. So they go out and they beat you without even thinking about it, and they have tons of stars, you know. That's makes it really, really exciting, but tough and dangerous too.
Yeah. It's quite normal, I think, for like Swedish, English, Polish guys to jump around. You know, I'm competing in Sweden, competing in Poland, competing in England. Is it so?
Pretty much. I mean, you have, like you said, the 2 toughest leagues here, Sweden and Poland. Where England was the biggest league in the beginning, but it pretty much kind of came to a standstill almost, and the other leagues took off. Poland, when the wall came down, that's when you started to see more Western influence coming in. They were able to get the equipment that they couldn't get before, and suddenly it just took off leaps and bounds. And that's where you got to be now. But with the tough times, the good money, comes the demand, the pressure, and all that stuff that you don't see in other leagues like you do in Poland. So it's pretty interesting. You got to be there. You got to be in there.
But if you look at the Polish Championship, is it like big for the public as well? Is it a big sport in Poland?
#1 sport in Poland.
It is.
Yeah. And it's been for a couple years. I couldn't say that it is right now, but over the last 2 years, it's been the #1. They had Thomas Golob, who won the World Championship 2010, and that just skyrocketed the sport. So, an average crowd at a league match on a Sunday is usually between 8 to 10,000 on average. But most of the bigger stadiums are getting over 20. So it's just for a league match. It's pretty. It's really good compared to what the average crowd here in Sweden is, probably 3,500 approximately.
Yeah.
So,
they have
hooligans
in the Polish speedway. Yeah, like in the soccer teams. Yeah, they have the hooligans and go out and fight and things. It's mad.
Yeah, it is mad. They're locked in most of the matches. The away fans are locked in like a caged area where they have to stay there, and there's security. I mean, guys in full balaclavas and big hats and stuff that are waiting there. So anybody gets out of hand, it's their shirts come off and they wrap them around their face, and it's they get full Rambo.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's cool.
But recently, like this weekend, you have been in Poland and raced, I think.
Yeah.
How did it go?
It went good. Our team in Poland, the team that I ride for in Poland, is called Bydgoszcz, and they've come back into the top league again this year, and they've been for a couple years, but they've been struggling, and it's this time they're trying to make a comeback. We need a little success now, and it's we had a good win on Thursday. We had a kind of a sorry loss yesterday on an away track, which we almost won. And that was good, but it's we're battling all the time, lots of racing, and there was a pairs event on Saturday in Poland too, a big international event that we haven't seen this kind of racing for a lot of years, and that I went with an American team, and we didn't do so good overall. I had a good day, but
when I'm looking at like the table, it's like your team. What do you say they're called?
Bydgoszcz. Polonia Bydgoszcz is the name of the team.
I have a hard time to spell that.
Bydgoszcz.
Okay. Okay, you're not in the top, but you're doing quite well. Your average are quite high, even in the Swedish league, I think. And you're second in the Swedish league, I think. Your team, the Pirates.
Yeah, I think we are, yeah.
That's quite cool, I think. So, what do you say about the team you're driving for in Poland? Is it like good guys, or is it like new guys?
Both. We got good new guys too, but with there's a lot of young riders in the team.
Yeah,
and they're amazing. I think we have 2 of the best junior riders in Poland right now, and but they're still very young, and they still make all the mistakes that you make.
Yeah, they're like
on the way
ups and downs.
Yeah, exactly. But they don't go under the table when they have a bad day. They hold themselves really well, and that's what I like, because they're keen. They're fighters,
When you say young guy, how is the age of a young rider in your sport?
I mean, they're anywhere from, like here in Sweden, they're really young. They're 16, basically, and kind of the same in Poland. Anywhere from 16 to 18 is kind of the beginning of their professional career. And there's some unbelievable kids. And you got some Swedes now, too, like this Fredrik Engman that we have in Piraterna, who's just amazing. The kid's just... Last year, he was just one of the guys coming up, showed a lot of good signs, and this year he's a guy that everybody's got to watch out for. Yeah, he's smoking them. It's really, really cool to see. It's been a long time since Sweden's had this kind of a run of good youngsters coming up.
Yeah. Säger du Åke? Har vi några unga grabbar? Har vi några svenska grabbar som är vassa just nu?
Ja, det är som man säger, Fredrik Engman.
Jag tänker på typ
såg mycket.
Liksom de här Antonio Lindbäck, Andreas Jonsson, de här grabbarna. Hur går det för dem? Hur sköter de sig liksom?
Ja, i GP-serien så har det väl inte gått så jättebra till en början. Fredrik Lindgren, han tog sig väl till final sista i Cardiff, var det va?
What do you say, like? Are they hard competitors right now? Do we have a good like team in Sweden?
The Andreas Jansson has been kind of looked at as the guy who was supposed to follow in Tony Rickardsson's footsteps, which that's how he's been portrayed in my mind for a long time. And in one way, it's kind of hard because he's not Tony, you know. He's Andreas Jansson, and he was one of those huge inspirations as a kid. And so there's been a lot of focus put on him, and
also pressure, maybe.
Probably a lot of pressure, but he's done well. He's done extremely well. I can't comment on why it hasn't gone better for him. That's not for me to say.
No.
But a guy like Fredrik Lindgren, for me, is the guy who I always looked at as this guy's going to be the one, because he's stone face.
Yeah.
He bounces really well. You know, when he's crashed, man, you think he's injured, and he jumps right up and he comes back,
Superman,
fist out again, you know, ready to go. He is, and he's a charger. He races to the finish line.
Crazy physics.
Yeah.
I remember when we used to test out in Bosön here at Lidingö, and Freddie Lindgren had crazy physics, like, you know, shins and dips. It was no limits.
Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
We did a test together up there. Yeah. Still good. Still good.
Amazing, huh? I mean, the guy's he's got what it takes. I can't. You know.
Do you work out?
I do.
A lot.
Between the races, or do you have the time?
We do more of the training during the winter months, and then now it's training in between. It's more cardiovascular and
just to move
weights,
the body.
Just to move, So it's there's not a lot of time for too much more now. I feel like sleeping. I get as much training out of a couple extra hours of rest, you know, in my bed.
But
so
how is like a regular day or a regular week for a Speedway world champion?
Well, for me, you know, if we start from Monday, you know, it's Monday's usually right now it's kind of a travel day. Yeah. Coming back from somewhere. Something like that. Some TV shows I like to get involved in Stockholm here. Yeah. And then Tuesday we have our regular league match, and somewhere in Sweden. Yeah. Wednesday will be usually a kind of a day off. And then Thursday, depending if we have a Grand Prix that week, he's traveling to Poland or England, or, you know, it could be anywhere, Italy, Croatia, Slovenia, for a Grand Prix event. We practice Friday. We race Saturday. After the race, you're pretty much on the road directly for a race in Poland the following Sunday, the very next day. And then Monday, travel back to Sweden. Yeah. Say hello to your family again, and Tuesday you take off again. You know, I try. Yeah, you know, I got a great wife.
You must have.
Yeah, understanding. She loves the game, I think. Yeah. So that's pretty typical. Otherwise, it's every Tuesday Sweden, every Sunday Poland, every 2 weeks a Grand Prix.
I haven't had a lot of world champions here in the studio, so I want to ask you, like, how is it to be like a world champion? How is the feeling, you know, to be the world's best? I mean, you have done it twice.
You know, I think no matter what you do in life, you know, when you put your heart and soul into something that you want really bad, and started for me as a young kid to do it, and it took me until I was 27 years old to achieve the first time. And I remember, like, standing on top of the podium just going like, whoa, I did it. It was like almost, I was so excited, but also kind of like overwhelmed. I actually did it. Now what am I going to do? That's exactly what went through my head. Like, oh no, now I've done it. And then it sinks in, of course, man. I lived on that for a long time, you know, and it's the greatest feeling ever. I can't put it next to having kids. You know, it's completely different that way. Okay. I always tell people that. Yeah. But it's awesome. It's I can't explain it. You know, I think everybody should needs to feel it somehow. You know.
When you've done it, how did you like prepare yourself to go to take next step again? To still, what do you say? Find things to develop and with your riding and that sort of things.
It only took me 14 years to figure it out for the second time. So.
Did you put up another goal or something after?
That's a really good question, because the following year was just dreadful. You know, I started off really bad, and I really had a job to find the drive. I told myself I wanted to win again. I wanted to be a good ambassador as a world champion. But I was telling myself instead of really wanting it, you know, or still being hungry for it. So it took me that whole year was kind of rough, just trying to find my feet again. And then I started to build on it after that. And I've had a pretty good run. I've been in the group there all the time, and I just never lost the hope to win it again, or the desire to win it again. But when it started to get after a few years, you know, you start to get like the real hunger came back. Yeah. And then we started testing a lot more. I started to play much more with my bikes, with my chassis. And then, you know, you have ups and downs trying to find the way, but suddenly it just clicked again. 2010, we found something extremely good for me, for my style. And I remember the race. I remember the time, the first time I rode the bike, and I just suddenly went, huh, I can do this. And it's weird. It came. And then
you have the feeling.
Yeah. And I matured a lot more in that way for myself, I think, because now I know the feeling again, and I didn't want to lose track of it. I didn't want to lose sight of it. So last year I finished third overall, and I led the series for, gosh, over half the way last year, and then it slipped a little later on. But it's cool.
Are you working to try to find that feeling all the time, the special feeling, or?
You know, the feeling is there, but it's probably the belief and the confidence in yourself. Yeah. If something goes wrong one time and you are not sure if it's you or if it's the bike, and you start to question yourself, is when you start to. That's when things.
Brain is going.
Exactly. And I had one good crash last year that slowed me down a little bit. So then you start to all right, needed a few races to get it right again, and it's back again. So. This year I had another good wipeout about 6-8 weeks ago, and rang my bell, and had a couple of weeks off from riding. So again, trying to get back over that, and now I'm raring to go again. You know, so can't wait for the next GP this week. So
it's this week.
Yeah.
Where?
In Gorzów in Poland. Oh. So we're back at it again.
Cool. Back in Poland.
Back in Poland. Yeah, it's like a second home.
Yeah. You haven't missed one GP, I think. Is that true? Never get like hurt or something like that, you know, to miss a GP?
Never.
That's
I know.
Quite big, I think, in Speedway, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, it's and I never think about this.
No.
It's only when it's brought up that you go, oh, it's like 159 events or something.
Yeah. Is there any rider that have done more races?
No, I've been in every GP since the series started.
Since it started.
Oh shit! And I've been in every one.
When did it start? 90?
Yeah, it's 1995 was 95. The first year. And been there.
I just wanted to mention it, you know. I think that's
cool.
Quite interesting. I think it's quite cool.
It is.
Yeah. It's always an eye opener, you know. Yeah. And you get. I still find it amazing when you talk about it, because it's. I mean, so many times we ride when you probably shouldn't be riding, but when it's the World Championship, for me it's different because it's about me. When you go there, when you're doing the league racing and stuff, you want to do the best you can for your team, but there's usually a backup. They have either a reserve rider, or they can have a rider replacement or something like that. So it's almost like you're covered there. But when you go to the World Championship, it's just you.
It's up to you.
If you miss it, I've probably ridden a few times where I could have easily missed it, but when the adrenaline kicks in, you don't feel any pain. Not until the last heat's over with, and you go, ah. But that's racing, man. Love it.
Yeah, that's racing. Are you like interested in some other racing? Not only Speedway, like which is your like main thing what you like to watch?
It's probably hard for you guys, but I'm a two-wheel guy most of the way.
Yeah. Like MotoGP or something.
I love MotoGP. I love motocross, supercross. Yeah. I think it's always been a love of mine. Yeah. Like to watch drag racing when I was younger, though. We had family friends that were involved in the sport, that were racing it, that were building engine stuff and components and things like that. And then when I came to Europe, of course, Formula One was massive. It was big in the U.S. too, but it wasn't. You know, we had IndyCar at that time. That was
NASCAR, IndyCar,
of course, NASCAR.
NASCAR and the Indy. Yeah.
NASCAR is like another excuse for a barbecue every weekend. You know, it is. It's like and everything shuts down. It's unreal. So, but the hardcores, you know, Formula One is people take that stuff serious, and you got to have your facts straight. So, I've been to Silverstone and got to be right on pit row there with one of our Excite batteries when they sponsored back in the days, and that turned me into a fan right then, because then you see it from the inside, you know, and you respect it more than just seeing it on TV. It's cool on TV, but man, when you go there and, you know, unbelievable, noisy, the money that's involved. I mean, the amount of time and incredible. So I'm kind of a general fan of motor racing in overall, but I wouldn't say I'm a huge enthusiast when it comes to four wheels.
No. I'm wondering a little bit, because we have like one of Sweden's most like best superbike drivers, you know, and I think like MotoGP. I want to have your opinion about MotoGP this year, and if you are following a little bit, it would be fun to see what you have to say.
So far,
yeah,
it's been an interesting season, I would say. Starting out with a new rider, Marc Marquez, coming up from the younger class, and doing really good from the start. Win races, up in the top all the time, taking good points. He's 20 years old, and he's doing a superb job. Last week, I would say, on Mugello, made some big crashes. And,
a little bit like the Polish guys, you know.
Yeah. New inspiration.
Yeah, new inspiration, but going like all in and hope for the best.
Yeah.
But isn't that's cool too? Because it seems like, from my experience, it seems like usually like in the old days of the 250 or the 125 classes, that's where you saw it all. And now here's this young guy coming up on a big bike and
rocking the world.
Yeah,
he's really good, I must say, doing an impressive job. Then you see the big boys like Pedrosa, you have Lorenzo. For sure, they have a lot of experience. You can see it on they will win the championship, I would say, because of the experience. But you have some young riders. You have the British Cal Crutchlow on the satellite bike. He put in
a couple of podiums now too. He's doing He's I've had the fortune to meet him a few times and met him in the States during the winter, and he's a cool guy, you know. So it's like, it's just something about him. He's just a cool guy. He's having fun on the bike. Yeah. And you know, even Valentino, you know, I mean, there's just something about that guy. They're so enthusiastic. They're so fun to watch, and I get inspired by those guys. Yeah. So it's fun to watch. I get all excited. I tweet Cal when he's on the podium, like, and that's so cool, you know. I get twice. Let's do it. So it's cool. Really cool.
Cool that you met these guys, you know. I think. And also I can ask you as well. What do you think about the MotoGP? You know, you're the fan.
I don't have that expensive channels on my TV, but I just follow the.
That was a good way to put it. So you're not cheating on the net?
No.
It's like wrestling.
Like some of those other people out there, not us, of course, not us. No.
Yeah, I just can't. I just follow on the web.
Oh. I think the web is the new thing.
Yeah,
it is. I would say.
As much as I can.
Yeah, I want to discuss, because it was a Formula 1 race this weekend, and I want to discuss it a little bit, just to like follow it, because we usually follow it. So Sebastian Vettel was winning. They were in Canada and raced. I wonder if someone of you watched the race.
Yeah, I was trying to watch it. Yeah,
you saw it. Yeah. What, you didn't?
No,
you were racing
we were racing.
You were sitting in a Bajamaja in Krakow.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cool. Exactly, and I was in Krakow.
Yeah.
I was in Krakow last night. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's quite usual for speedway drivers. I heard it before.
What's going on in Krakow?
Yeah, what's going on there? Yeah.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. But what do you think about the race in Canada?
A lot of action.
A lot of action.
Yeah. The spin of Adrian Sutil.
Yeah, it was nice.
Beginning of the race. Yeah.
He was like beside another guy.
Yeah.
And he spin, and then he just spin a little more, and he's drive again.
And he kept going.
And it was, it was pretty
It
good
never went off
because
the track?
no.
Oh, cool.
It was interesting
That's cool.
because you have a lot of guys behind that could hit the car, but they all just passed in, and then the race go on. So
It's
Maybe
not that
lost.
hard to do, I think.
no.
You know, when you're a driver, is it the same case? So when they see something going on in front of you, you just steer for it, right? And then they move out of the way. Isn't that what they teach you? Just point at it and they'll move.
Yeah. How do you do in Speedway?
Oh,
You like
gosh.
being behind people, I think.
Yeah.
It's your thing.
That's our thing, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is,
it's kind of hard because they won't let us use brakes, so it's the so you just gotta throw it down and just go over them.
Okay. No rain and no brakes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm still
cool.
trying to figure it out.
And like sideways. No, but what you say, like Sebastian Vettel is winning. Is that good for the sport?
If you look at the championship, no, I wouldn't say. Was a good race yesterday. You have a couple of battles, like for example, Alonso come in the last couple of laps past Hamilton, put some good points in. Raikkonen, disappointed race.
Yeah, what is that Raikkonen there? Lotus, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened there?
Lapped 2 times by Vettel and no.
2 times and third in the
times.
championship.
Yeah.
What would you do if you were lapped 2 times in your race?
In one
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fair to say that. It wouldn't be fair to say that on camera.
No, I don't think he's happy.
No,
Okay.
that can't be good. But what's going on? I mean, is the car that bad?
I don't know.
I would like if you compare to the other races, he's done pretty well, I would say. And otherwise he wouldn't be second in the championship before this round, and then now this round he was nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's have been a lot of like the tires have been every team has struggling with it, and I think Lotus is the team who has
Struggled the most,
not most,
but
like
one of them.
yeah, and I think the other guys are catching up. You know,
okay.
They're starting to develop the car after the tires.
Yeah.
So the thing Lotus had before, I think it's fading away a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
So maybe they have to change their strategy or something.
Gotcha.
To work forward, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but that's what I think. Yeah.
Interesting.
That was Formula 1. I want to speak a little bit with Filip, of course. We have you here. You won Donington this weekend.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
We were at Donington. It
Yeah,
was
you won another
the
race this
third
weekend.
round.
Yeah.
No, fourth round. Sorry. Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. Riding in the British Championship this year. Ska jag ta det på svenska eller engelska?
That's been the coolest part of this whole thing. You guys are all talking English.
Yeah, all English, Swedish program.
Nej, vi kör svenska. Det är inga problem. You can catch up, I think.
I'll follow as best I can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nej, jag kör ju det brittiska superstockmästerskapet i år. Och
Hur kommer det sig att du åkte brittiska mästerskapet i år?
redan 2010 så gjorde jag en 5-årig satsning som jag presenterade inför 2011. Byggde på att under 2 år, 2011-2012, skulle vi fortfarande driva vårt eget team. Vi skulle tävla i Sverige och i Tyskland, vilket vi har gjort. Vi vann svenska mästerskapen 2011. Åkte ner i Tyskland som privatteam och gick relativt bra. Vi hade några topp 10-placeringar och slogs där nere. Och 2012 så gjorde vi valet att gå över till Kawasaki. Vi fortsatte tävla här i Sverige och även Tyskland. Tyvärr gick jag omkull i början av året och fick operera axeln. Så jag missade inledningsvis väldigt många race. Och fick aldrig riktigt upp tempot, ska jag vara helt ärlig och säga. Vi hade några tävlingar som vi verkligen körde bra, framförallt hemma i Sverige, och vi vann. I Tyskland så avslutade vi starkt med 2 topp 8-placeringar på Hockenheim.
Ja.
Men därefter så skulle planen fortsätta, och då hade vi 3 år kvar, vilket vi har. Då var målet att ha 3 år i VM. För slutmålet som jag har då är det 2015, så ska jag ta mitt första VM-guld.
Superbike?
Superbike. Och det är det som vi har jobbat efter. Nu så är det ju, motorsport handlar mycket om och pengar. Framförallt när du ska komma in som jag som första året. Då får du betala en stor slant med pengar. Och jag kan vara helt ärlig, de pengarna fick vi aldrig ihop. Men då kom vi i kontakt med det här teamet genom dels en sponsor som jag har. Och som har åkt för dem tidigare. Nu driver det här teamet som heter Gäller Kawasaki i England. De driver Kawasakis fabrikssatsning i England. I den här klassen.
Driver, Kawasaki, Britain.
Jag kan säga det är ett toppen-team. De har gjort ett fantastiskt jobb. Det är, idag så kommer jag till banan. Jag har min hjälm under armen och jag hoppar på hojen och det är allting. Från första stund har det gått så otroligt bra. Redan första testerna så har hojen fungerat. Och första deltävlingen vi körde var på Brands Hatch och jag tog en andra placering direkt i premiären.
Hur känns det?
Det kändes bra, men jag kan säga att det var 63 000 delar från vinst. Så det var...
Ja, det är nästan jobbigare.
Ja.
Alltså det var... Och jag hade högt tempo. Jag ska vara helt ärlig, jag missade. Vi har ju pitboarden som kommunikation. Och jag missade att det var ett varv kvar. Så att det var lite dumt, helt klart. Men sen så vi har hunnit med 4 deltävlingar hittills. Så, andra deltävlingen så gick det inte riktigt lika bra. Jag tyvärr gick omkull i race också, så jag nollade där. Men sen åkte vi till Oulton Park, jag var 4 och hade en bra helg. Nu senast på Donington så gick det jättebra. Vi kom 3 i racet. Tyvärr så missade jag lite i starten, så jag hamnade bakom Steve Brogan, heter han. Låg 3, jag låg 4.
Ja, det var så.
Han har vunnit mästerskapet och kört det mesta. Så att jätteduktig förare. Men han hade inte riktigt tempo som de två, ettan och tvåan. Så då tappade vi ganska många sekunder mot dem. Så kom jag om han när det var 4 varv kvar. Och då hade jag över 2 sekunder upp till dem. Men på sista varvet så var jag i kapp. Och... Så det var lite synd. Jag gjorde ett stort misstag. Du har en fullfars vänster på baksidan där du håller fullt på 5:an och jag höll på att flyga ur hojen. Så att, och då tappade jag de där metrarna som jag hade behövt för att kunna attackera. Så att det var synd. Det var en jättebra helg överlag, men vinsten har inte kommit. Men jag vet att vi ligger med där uppe och kan slåss. Helt klart.
Hur är det att tävla Sverige kontra Tyskland, England liksom? Det måste vara nya banor och omställningar hela tiden. Ja,
det är det. Och det är där teamet kommer in väldigt väl. Alla banor i princip. Jag har varit på Donington och Brands Hatch 2008 när jag åkte ungdoms-VM. Då hade vi varsitt race där. Men annars är alla banor nya. Och... Då teamet har så mycket erfarenhet så att, och data från tidigare.
Och så vidare, ja.
Precis, så att när vi kommer dit så har de ändå en hyfsad base setup på motorcykeln. Sen självklart så gör jag förändringar för att det ska passa mig så bra. Men fortfarande så fungerar det relativt bra direkt från första passet. Sen försöker vi, de är otroligt duktiga, så vi försöker göra test innan varje deltävling så att jag ska kunna hitta runt, så jag vet om det svänger höger eller vänster. Sen självklart försöker jag förbereda mig så mycket så bra som jag kan och plugga på helt klart, men så att, ja, så ser det ut.
Får man testa hur som helst på varje bana innan ett race?
Ja,
finns inga restriktioner och sånt där?
Inte idag, nej. Det gör det inte. Utan du har fritt med testdagar. Sen har de vissa restriktioner med hur många dagar innan ett race du får testa och så vidare. Det har de.
För det hade vi väl i Sverige, att det var lite kinkigt med att testa innan.
Ja, vi tittade på det, men det blev aldrig så.
Det blev aldrig så.
Nej. I vissa mästerskap, tar du VM till exempel, MotoGP, så har de bara x antal testdagar de får göra under en säsong. Och det är lite dels, tror jag, för att kunna hålla ner vissa kostnader för att inte de stora teamen bara ska kunna testa hur mycket som helst helt enkelt.
Den här hojen du kör, hur skiljer den sig från svenska Pro Superbike som fanns och Superbike?
Om du tar Superbike, alltså en riktig Superbike, så är det betydligt friare regler gentemot det jag åker idag. Den klassen jag åker idag heter Superstock. Tar du Superbike så får du göra om motor mycket mer, du får jobba mer med chassi, mer med elektronik och så vidare. Medan superstock är fortfarande relativt standard. Du får fortfarande jobba en del med chassi, lite grann med motor, lite elektronik, men inte alls lika mycket. Jämför vi då Pro Superbike som vi åkte här med i Sverige och det jag åker idag, så är det ganska snarlikt.
The first time I saw this guy in action, actually heard his name, was on Karlskoga. I think it was his second race in the Pro Superbike. It was 600.
600cc, yeah.
And I was watching the whole race. It was raining a lot. And the speaker just talk about Filip Backlund, the young guy is coming, he's coming, you know. I was like, come on, guy, you know, like, come on, beat those guys, you know. And he say like before this, because he was third in the second corner, it was really slippy, you know, and they have like this, what do you say?
Rubber. Tire, rubber down in the ground.
And he's going like this when it's raining, you know, 200, 250, I don't know. And the speaker saying, take it easy, Filip Backlund, you are third in your second race. Be happy with that. Take it easy. So I was like, no, go for it. Go for it.
You weren't
it's like the young. You don't think. It's just
you just go. You never saw the pit board.
No.
He's coming on the outside. It's a quite big corner. It's very slippy on the outside, and he's coming in the outside, shoulder against shoulder, I think. And he was like, I have cool. And it was like, I have a little more than you. And he beat him, you know. And I was like, this. Since that day, I'm a fan of you. I just want to say that to you.
I have a present for you, Dick.
Yeah.
You earned it.
You earned it now. I was just waiting.
What is this?
Here you have. It's one of my sponsors. We do like all different merchandise things, and
look at that.
Yeah, Greg, you will have one as well.
Yep, I want one.
Cool. For sure. Send it to you.
Cool.
So
now you're giving me an idea of something. I gotta do something too.
Yeah. You know, we have a post address. You know, it's okay.
That's all.
I have one thing for you as well. Tomorrow you're meeting Hammarby. Yeah. What do you think about this game, this match?
This will be a tough match. They have every year. Probably Hammarby hasn't had the best of starts to the season, but they've actually surprised in one or two matches too. Yeah. But you know, the fun thing in Speedway, or funny thing in Speedway, is you can take, probably in any sport really, you on paper, you look at a team on paper and you go, whoa. But not often, or more often than less, that doesn't matter. The names don't mean anything.
You don't drive a race on the paper.
Exactly. And it's true. It's true. So, you know, we have a lot of youngsters in our team, especially me.
You know.
I'm the youngest. Oh, right.
Yeah, you know.
So that's what I was saying.
Yeah. I can say like this.
Yeah.
I wish you good luck for tomorrow's race, but I don't wish your team good luck.
That was thoughtful, I guess. Yeah. Thanks, man.
Okay. That's it for today. We're going to do 10 fast questions. 10 snabba. Så vi ska köra 10 snabba nu. This is like, you should speak from your heart. I want you to be like honest. But I understand that you cannot say everything, you know, but yeah. I don't like okay, I want to thank my mom, my team, that shit. I don't buy that.
You just told us to speak from the heart.
Yeah,
remember that. I'm speaking.
Okay. Yeah,
and I'm a lover, man. I'm not a fighter.
Okej. Ja, då kör vi 10 snabba. Jag börjar med Filip. Vad är tjusningen med liksom 2 hjul?
Om vi säger så här, för det första, jag klarar inte av lagidrott. Gjorde jag inte när jag var yngre i alla fall. Idag kanske jag skulle kunna hantera det. Jag är en individualist och från början så fascinerades jag av farten. Jag började med motocross men gick över till roadracing. Idag är det inte farten som fascinerar mig, utan det är att du har så otroligt små marginaler att åka på. Framförallt på en motorcykel. Och det är att kunna bemästra den här marginalen. Åka på den hela tiden men inte åka över och krascha helt enkelt.
So what's the passion of driving on two wheels?
I think for me, that's what I started with two wheels, and four wheels was just too much to think about, you know. And having two on the ground, I don't know, it was all about sliding, and I felt like the balance and everything of controlling everything, just you're right on top of something, and you have that feeling of it's all about you putting it where you want to, like you would in a car too, I guess. But for me, I just love that point of being straddled over something, two wheels on the ground.
What is most important for you, to be fastest or take points?
Oh, two total different things, man. To be fastest,
Plug is thinking, man.
In the World Championship, I only want to be the fastest.
Yeah.
Because being the fastest is going to get me those points.
Cool. Filip, vad säger du?
Jag har alltid, kan jag vara ärlig, kört för att vara snabbast och framförallt för att vinna. Det är det enda, jag kan vara så helt ärlig, det är det jag vill med min racing, att vinna race. Samtidigt som idag så självklart så tänker jag 2 steg också. Och gör inte rookie-misstag som man gjorde när man var yngre helt enkelt. Utan, men självklart, jag vill vara snabbast och jag vill vinna framförallt.
Vad är ditt favoritband / musik? Vad lyssnar du på?
Jag är mycket för det här liksom lite old school rock, så jag kör mycket Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan, Mark Knopfler, den storyn.
Cool. Greg?
I'm very similar to this man right here. I'm a little bit more of an old rock, classic rock, and you know, to say I like some local bands from the U.S. guys, bands you might have not heard of, Social Distortion.
Yeah.
There's it's an Orange County band, but anything from a Green Day to you know, the Ramones. I'm a little bit of punk there too, so it's
quite cool guys. Okay.
We think like to think so.
Who's your best friend? Like against the drivers, like.
Oh, the riders?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, the riders.
Oh, the
Sorry,
riders.
not driver, riders. Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Who's your best friend of them?
This day and age, I would probably say that I get along the best with your current world champ, Chris Holder.
Cool. Du?
Jag kan vara helt ärlig, jag har många vänner på tävlingsbanan. Men samtidigt så jag är, när jag kommer till en tävlingsbana, då är jag nog den tråkigaste personen. Jag är väldigt öppen och pratar mycket, men jag är också väldigt mycket liksom i min egen bubbla liksom. Så att jag kan inte vara helt ärlig och säga att jag blir så jättebra kompis med de som är där ute.
Men har du någon du alltid hänger med på banan?
Nej.
Nej.
Jag har en bästa vän, det har jag, men inte på banan.
Nej. Vem är liksom din tuffaste rival då, hittills?
Genom alla år eller?
Ja.
Oj.
Sen du startade?
Oj. Jag skulle nog säga nästan... Jag skulle vilja säga mig själv. Ja, eller största rival. Det var en jättesvår fråga. Fick mig att tänka till.
Okay, 0 points. You?
Say that one in English.
Who is your like hardest, toughest rival you have ever met on a track?
I wanted to make sure I understood it.
Yeah.
I still to the day, from day one and still to the day, I don't put one particular rider that I look at. I take every one, as we talked about local matadors earlier too, because you can never underestimate any one guy. So every race is something new. They're just a number.
You never know.
Exactly.
No.
I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your most embarrassing moment on the track?
Something really silly is doing the classic American style celebration wheelie and looping it right in the front straightaway.
Done it.
Yeah, done it too. And all you can do is when the crowd is clapping and yelling and giving you the finger, and stand up and just give them the courtesy bow.
Yeah.
I do this all the time. That's it, man.
Fille?
Jag har ju inte gjort något liknande, det kan vara helt ärligt.
That's why you're not American. You wouldn't do something silly like that.
Nej, jag vet faktiskt inte.
Alltså, Fille.
Ja, klockan tickar. Nej, jag har inget bra svar på den.
Har du inte åkt av någon gång till det pinsamt liksom?
Ja, självklart. Jag åker av. Jo, ja.
Klant i highsider på varvet.
Ja, nej, nästan. Vi kommer ihåg det var 09, Knutstorp. Och så vi hade sagt hela liksom racehelgen att på racet, Filip, nu tänker du till liksom, använd insidan. Jag tar starten och i kurva 3 så slänger jag mig i backen så bara smäller om det. Och så hojen är totalt död och jag är helt oxtokig för jag bara tänker, det här var ju inte det jag skulle göra. Så jag går fram, sparkar på hojen och så ramlar själv. Mitt framför publik, allting, tv-kameror. Det var också lite sådär.
I do this all the time.
Yeah. Oh, it was just once time for me. But...
Vad är den sämsta ursäkt du har använt av när det inte gått snabbt nog?
Jag försöker att inte skylla ifrån mig, alltså, och säga att det är någon annans fel. Det brukar sällan vara det. Det brukar vara upp till mig när jag är väl ute på banan. Och det är därför jag gillar den här sporten. För att i slutändan när jag är på banan, då är det helt upp till mig. Självklart så tror jag säkert att jag har sagt någon gång under alla de här åren att någonting har varit fel. Men ofta så ska jag nog säga att det är mitt fel.
Did you understand the question?
I understand mostly.
Yeah.
And I think it's in the same. You're talking about the what happens basically on the track and what you do. I'm like my own worst critic in that way, and there's nobody that can criticize me more than me and get to me. So you know, I'm the first one to blame myself before I blame the bike, and often my mechanics work the opposite. So they're trying to make the bike better so I can just get on and go, and it works a good combination. But you know, I know when the bike is good, and I know when I am not good.
That's not like a common answer because racing drivers usually excuse.
I would say car racing drivers.
Car racing drivers, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a lot more to think about, though. You got wheels and brakes and suspension
Yeah,
all over, and
it's
you got
harder to drive a car. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's some truth to that, though.
Four wheels.
Yeah. Another reason why we like two wheels. It's easier.
Who is the best motorcycle rider ever, all times?
Of all disciplines, you mean, or just speedway?
All disciplines.
Of all cross.
What? Yeah, speedway, motorbike. Who is the best ever?
How long do I have?
Just pick one. The first coming up.
You got me there.
Finally. Hold it. Hold on.
It's a tough question.
Yeah. It should be.
But I would say, if you look at, he's not maybe the best of winning in everything, but I would say Travis Pastrana. If you look at him, he can do the motocross, supercross, freestyle, when he go into the cars directly on pace, rally, NASCAR. He's a rider that can put himself into any motorsport vehicle and it's on top. So on a high level. In real time, I don't know back in the days, but if you look at real time, yeah.
Do you have a counterattack?
Man, that's hard to say. That's a hard one, but that was a very good answer there. And I think I have to just back him up on that one.
Yeah.
Because
you don't get a point for that, though.
I didn't know there was a team tally.
No. That's the point of this.
Okay.
I have one more. Do you have like one, we say, förebild? How you say that in English? Like, are you like a fan? Role model, yeah. Of someone. All sports.
Am I a role model?
No, do you have?
Do I have a role model?
Yeah. Can be like tennis, whatever you want. Do you have someone that you think like, yeah, I'm a fan of this guy?
I do.
Who is it?
I have a couple.
Take one.
Jeremy McGrath.
Okay.
Supercross.
Yeah.
Of all time. Just what he did, the way he was with the people, the sponsors, etc. And Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Cool. Fille?
Jag har aldrig haft någon sådär som jag bara wow. Men jag vet inte varför, jag har aldrig haft det. Men jag kan vara helt ärlig, jag gillar Valentino Rossi. Man får säga vad man vill, men han är en person som alltid bjuder på sig själv. Utåt sett är alltid trevlig, schysst, pratar med människor. Och oavsett om man har haft en bra eller dålig dag så står han ändå där med ett leende.
Ja, tack.
I have a cool story if you have a second.
I have 2 seconds.
2 seconds?
Yeah.
We were fortunate guests at Le Mans last year for the MotoGP, and we got into, our sponsors got us right in there to meet the man. And we saw him going through, okay, you know, it's all set up perfectly, and he comes in and walks away.
Yeah.
And he stopped. It was me and Chris Holder. We were there. And the man walked up and he shook our hands, and he stood there and talked to us and asked us about the racing, and said he had watched a race and said, you guys are going to have to come to my track that I have in Italy. I have a 500-meter flat track. Cool. And at that point, we both looked at each other and said, he just invited us to his house. He just invited. That's all we need to do. So I had to share that. I haven't heard from him since, but it was cool anyway.
Okay. I'm happy you did.
It was awesome. Yeah. That was like a kid in a candy store right there.
I think you're quite awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's all I had for today. Ja, så att till er där hemma, jag vill tacka er såklart för att ni har tittat. And I'm saying in English, I want to thank you that you came today. Everyone.
Thanks.
And all you are welcome back. So big thank you and good luck to everybody what you're going to do now.
Right back at you.
Tack så mycket.
Not tomorrow too much.
Gotcha. That's right. Bye on bash.
Just you, not the team. Or what was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I started in Stockholm here. It wasn't Bayern then. It was good. It was Getingarna.
Getingarna, yeah.
But sorry, that's as close as I got.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Ja, man vet aldrig vad vi hittar på här i Autosport, så att vi får se vad som händer nästa vecka. Jag vill tacka för att ni tittade idag, och jag hoppas att ni tittar nästa vecka. Ha det bra. Vi ses. Hej då.